Okay, welcome everyone. So this is the STARS monthly meeting for February 2024. This is Barry Kasich, your president. And we have money, as they would say. Let's move this little thing over so the people here in Reno can see it. And thanks to Doug at W7DBE for doing the introduction. You're going to talk?
I would like to talk.
Oh, come on up. That gives me a moment to look at my food. Here.
So I wanted to let everybody know I checked the mailbox yesterday. I'm going to keep it private, but we received a charitable donation in memory of Bob Miller, WA6MTY. And as a result of that, and it was good for any and all purposes, but I queried the board last night, and this morning, Barry is going to say a few words at Barry's meeting, and we are going to donate $500 to Aries in memory of Bob Miller. So I just want to let everybody know.
Yeah, thanks to the private donation. I think that was a beautiful thing. As you probably most all know, Bob Miller, WA6MTY, became a silent key in January after an illness, and he was the emergency coordinator with the Amateur Radio Emergency Services. Okay, thank you, Doug. We have members, and quite a few too. 412, I think down one from last month. We have 290 of them, or 71% are ARRL members. That's a high percentage. 60 in the last 10 days, new members, and 43 volunteer examiners. That's a big number. And I believe that number is an accurate number because Crystal, AJ6GC, who's the DE liaison, actually went in the last month or so and asked, not just are you on the list, but are you going to be active? And the member stats are online, so you can find them online. They're real time. Okay, a few contests or a few activities. Who's into RTTY? Raise your hand. Okay, 3 or 4. It's HF, it's digital, and it's a contest. Now, contest does not mean you have to be competitive, but it is a great time to get on the air because there's a lot of other stations, and sometimes big stations. So the CQRY, RTTY WPX, it's worked all prefixes. So prefixes are all the letters through the numbers. So K6 is a prefix. We have in the club, we have WJ9T, WJ9 is a prefix, JA1, JA2, and in some countries, they have more numbers than just one. You'll do like ZL 400. So, and the rest of the calls. So it's all the letters through the numbers is WPX. They have a contest for RTTY, which is digital. They have one for voice and for CW. So if you get a chance and you want to play, it's a great time to play. It's coming up next weekend. Move this little piece out of the way. Every year, and I don't know if I think it might be twice a year, is the ARRL School Club Roundup. It's coming up next week on Monday, the 12th, a week from Monday to the 16th. It's to get schools and clubs involved. So if you're interested in knowing more about that, click on the blue button on the website. And thanks to our webmaster over here, Eric, who keeps our stuff up and going. Appreciate that. And also on our daily net. The new net, Wes, who's the net manager, and the 5 net controllers, including him, makes lots of announcements to do it. So if you're around, listen to the new net at 12 o'clock. Runs give or take a half hour, sometimes a little shorter, sometimes up to an hour or more. Okay, Ham Radio Mentoring Night. It started before the pandemic as an in-person event to bring a radio or two to the regional EOC, have us help you with it. Then Jim Shepard started doing some training. Then, of course, the pandemic came. So we moved on into Zoom. The way it works is you register to get your Zoom ID. And we usually have 4 rooms. One room is analog VHF, UHF, which was set up to be either the newbie or somebody that wanted to know about our systems. There was another one that is a regular one. which is digital, which is usually DMR, Fusion, and now with the new D-Star system, that one. Then we have two more usually. This time we have antennas. Oops. I don't think, oh, I know what it is. We got on our end, we have the thing in the way. So we have antennas, and hopefully it will be a conversation about HF antennas, but all kind of antennas. And then I thought I would do one on QSLing, where you send a card or nowadays electronic to one of the systems and get something back. The idea is it's we can mentor people, we can do it in groups. And then if you need more help after that, just get hold of whoever's helping out here. We do need some people to come in and be facilitators in the groups for two reasons. One of them is somebody just to be there and keep the conversation on track. Unfortunately, if there's no facilitators, as Jim had pointed out, then it goes off track and they're talking about everything but ham radio. So we could use some facilitators. It would help if you knew something about the topic. And if not, you don't have to be the expert. If not, if you could just keep it going, because sometimes people drop in and they can move around the room. So that's important to get people on that. So that is always the third Monday of the month at 7 p.m. And we have that. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Anything else of excitement? Oh, open for comments. So do you want to say anything for about 30 to 60 seconds? I know that's very hard for you. We're not being mean. No. Okay. So John, what's your email address? N7, you are at arrl.org. Okay, so he's the section manager. And Tony, who's going to, hold on one sec. Tony is going to offer to talk next month.
Tony's a person.
Tony's something I can't say, okay?
He's supposed to come with me.
Yeah, he's supposed to come in the weather, and they're both out of Vegas. So anyway, I got hold of Tony yesterday and said, would you be willing to be the presenter about ARRL things? Because he became the director when there was a change in people, and somebody went up and over, and somebody else retired. So he's now the director, which gives him direct voting rights on the board. So he said he would come. I said you could do it in person, which originally he thought he could possibly. Depends on weather and work and all that. I said, or you could come in via Zoom. So he's next month. That answer your question, Steve? Okay, good. Okay, anybody here for questions or comments at the in person? Okay, I know we will have one. Bill is a new member, K1 BMW. You're not a new member? I think you are. You're not. We don't know if you're a new member. You used to live in Truckee. I knew him from there, and he had a question. And see if we can get a quick answer. If not, go up and talk to him after. And he wants to know, what are the rules in the city of Reno, not county, for putting up antennas? So if anybody knows, raise your hand, Bill. Okay, go over and talk to him after. That would be great. Some people say there are some people say there's not some, but talk to Bill, who has this great hat on over here. Is that a John Deerfield hat? Let me see that far away. Yeah. And have a conversation with him. Is that good, Bill? Okay. Anybody else with the comments here in Reno? Okay, speak up, Mr. Miles. He's got food in his mouth. We'll come back to him. Anybody else? Yeah. He doesn't have an HOF, but go talk to him. Okay, Dave, you know what you want to say?
The blind ham, Michael Curley.
Yeah, Michael a blind ham that used to live here.
L7 November.
Yeah.
He passed away last week.
Okay. So he passed away last week. And that's sad. When was it? About 2 years ago he left here to go out to Iowa? Yeah. Well, thank you for letting us know. Appreciate that. We'll have to get it into the newsletter. If anybody have any silent keys or know of them, meaning people have passed away, we'll get it into the newsletter. We have a newsletter column. Thank you. And how's his wife doing? Do you know? Sad. Yeah. So sad. Okay, last call for anybody here in Reno. Okay, let's see if we have anybody in on Zoom. If you have any questions or comments on Zoom, just give your call sign. Unmute yourself. Okay, nothing heard. No problem. I'll just say if you have any questions during the month, email snars@snars.org. It goes to everybody on the board and a few other people. Kim will handle membership things. Sometimes there's questions about different things and somebody will get back to you. Okay, we have some sponsors, and that is DX Engineering. They're over here in Sparks. It's inside of the Summit Racing place, so you can order online or they have a tiny kiosk. That's the good news. Unfortunately, there's no gear to see, but there's gear to buy if they have it here at this location, and you just go pick it up. Hammond Hi-Fi has a place right next door or darn close to Chameleon Antennas, and we did a breakfast over at Chameleon Antennas on October something last year, so we're going to probably do another one. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, we have the new net Monday through Friday on the SNARS Link system. Talk about the noise issue. If you've been on the repeater, you know that there's this grunge noise that comes up. Pat Sheehan and his tech committee is working on it. He put a notice or a letter into the newsletter to explain it. Bottom line is it's getting in, if I have it right, it's getting into one of the links, and they know where it's getting in. What they don't know is what it is and what's mixing together. So patience. The DMR or the digital net on Tuesday nights. It's on DMR Fusion and that's where that's at. And D-Star I think is a different one. I don't think it's linked in yet, unless you know different. It's coming, I think. Wednesday night there's a D-Star net. I've been on it a couple times. It's on our D-Star system. It's on module B, which means it's the 440. It's a 440 to 2 meter side, and it's not on here, but it's actually on 14 Bravo. It's out of Las Vegas. It's good. It runs, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes, and the new D-Star system sounds good. Okay. The other day, it wasn't working on our end, and one of the guys said, what do I do? And I said, post something on Telegram, which is our chat system, digital chat system. And they did, and next thing you know, they were able to get it going. Okay, our speaker today is John Portune, W6NBC. And John, when you talk in a few minutes, I'd love to hear about how you got that call and what that means. He's going to be talking about making Yagi design simple. So hold on a few minutes, John. And that's all we have. If you want to have more information, it's on snars.org. It's got resources, events, repeaters, resources, all sorts of stuff. So go to snars.org. Okay, that was pretty good. 13 minutes. This completes the business meeting for the February 2024 meeting.